How's everybody doing? So as I'm working away on my Gecko universal carrier, you can see I'm painting up I think this is a hardtack box on the back. There's toolboxes here as well. So I was painting up some of these. This one, by the way, I'm not going to use because I scratch built it because it's going to be open, but I'll show you that. But the point of this little video, I thought, I want to talk about pigments, like dried pigments. And, oftentimes I'll see people that, they get excited, like in the model railroad genre a lot. And I understand why, because I was like that the very first time I used pigments when I was, I don't know, I was 20 or something. I thought, wow, these look really cool. But then, it's loose media, right? So you decide, well, I'm gonna flat coat clear it. Back in the day, I wasn't using Tamiya, but I do now. This acrylic XF86, I love this, man. You can thin it, just constantly thin it. It still flattens everything, Anyway, so you can see I'm just using a bit of Armor Brown by Vallejo, number 71.041 for doing little rust spots. I really like this color for that. Anyway, so, you put the pigments on the model, right? And then you clear coat it and it disappears. I mean, it completely disappears. Right? So how do I do it like this and it doesn't disappear, like after I clear coat it? Like, how do I achieve that? Well, you know what? I'm going to show you and describe to you how I do it. Everybody has their own way, of course. But I want to show you basically how I achieve that. But before I do, let me just, there's a bit of water here. I just want to tweak this up a bit. So yeah, I'm going to show you how I do that and how you can build up textures, because I think that's what the Vallejo pigments are for anyway. They're mostly about the textures. Now ideally, I want to wet this whole surface. You want to know why? Sorry for my hand. That way you don't get a tide mark. This is the trick to using acrylics, is you wet the whole panel when you're turning paint into a wash or a glaze or a filter. Wash, glaze, filter, they're all sort of one and the same to me, although they have distinctions, like if you were to define them, Okay, so what I want to do is I want to show you how to get this. When it's hard, it's actually part of the model now. It's fixed media as opposed to just putting it on and then you clear coat and it like disappears. Like, where did it go? Okay, I'm going to show you that. All right. Okay, so how's everybody doing? So let me show you how I fix my pigments. So you're going to need some matte medium, and every modeler, model railroader, and most notably military modeler should have a bottle of this matte medium. You can get all different sizes. You can get small bottles, almost like this size of this. You get it from art supply stores. I get all mine from Inner City Trains and Hobbies. If you just Google them on their webpage, they'll sell it to you because they're a Liquitex dealer. So let's see, or like retailer. Okay, so, and then you'll need some flat clear XF86 acrylic, okay? You can experiment with your own, but these products and this method works. So if you want to change that up, then go ahead and do it. That's up to you. These are Vallejo Pigments, light sienna I'm using here, number 73.104. Hashtag no sponsor Liquitex. I'm no sponsor for Vallejo or Tamiya. Okay, you need a little mister, right? Everyone should have one of these too. I'm mostly acrylic, right? Like I do have oils and enamels, which I rarely use, but I'm mostly acrylic because I love a clean environment on my workbench. I hover over a model all day long sometimes. I don't want to be smelling solvents and oils and all that greasy stuff. Have at her if you want, but I'm all acrylics pretty much now. So here's the toolbox that I want to treat, and I want it to stay like this after I clear coat it. This is this similar method I change up a bit that I'll explain to you first. Like if you want to just take like matte medium, like see there, it's just diluted, right? Like there's about 30% matte medium and 70% water. You can thin it even more. You don't want to get it too heavy because you waste it, and sometimes you can get a film that's undesirable. But when you clear coat at the end, it all goes away if you do get the film, which I rarely do. Okay, so here I was just playing around with my old hardtack box here, which I won't be using anyway on the model because I scratch built one. So you can see this is the pigment and it's been clear coated. I mean, why didn't it disappear? Because when you put on this, like you take some of this, right, and then you lay it on like this, you know, you move it around, you get it so where you like it. It's loose media at this stage, right? No matter what. Like it doesn't matter, like it won't stay there. Now, if you take the clear coat, oh, I'm going to spray that, it'll all disappear. It'll completely disappear. And if this has the XF20A or isopropyl alcohol, it'll just knock it down and it'll just disappear. So you'll have achieved nothing but put another flat layer on your toolbox, okay? Now, this is what I do, okay, is I take the pigment like this, okay, and I just lay it on where I figure the boots have dragged up the mud and everything, and just move it around to where I like it, okay? This is actually going to go on the model, so I want to think it through a little bit. Okay, so there. So now I'll show you how I'm going to fix it before I clear coat it so it doesn't disappear. So I got to readjust a few things here. Okay, so I take my spritzer, okay, I'm going to do this off camera because I don't want to spray water everywhere here, and I'm going to mist this down very lightly from a distance, okay? Okay, so I misted it down and it's disappeared, hasn't it? All right, it's still there, but it's basically disappeared. So this is what I do, is I take a little bit of this matte medium in an eyedropper, and I just drop in just enough, like it's a milky film like this. Okay, that's it. Now, because this is my goal, I'm going to take some of this pigment here. You can leave that. You'll get a very, very subtle, like residual. When this dries, you'll see some of the pigment. It won't disappear like it would if you clear coated. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spot, you know, like put some here like randomly like this, like where I think it'll go. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just like that, I'm going to put this aside, I'm going to let it dry. And what's going to happen is it's going to, when it's fully dry, it's going to look like this, like different variations. There's some darker there and dry because you sprinkled some on. So the more you sprinkle on, which what I just did, a little bit more, like heavier, pile it up, you're going to get this look. Now when it dries, when you go to clear coat it, it'll not disappear, it'll go darker, but when it dries it looks like this. That's what you get. All your nice weathering does not go away. So that's how I do it. That is how I achieve pigment weathering and have it stay on my model and be fixed and part of the model at the end of the day, okay? Okay, so here's the toolbox that I did, right? Okay, so let's quickly summarize. So remember when I took the plain toolbox, I took the pigments, which in this case were these right here, or this particular one, light sienna 73.104, okay? And I stippled it on with a brush, just dry, just moved it around dry gently. And then what I did is I misted it down, right? Soaked it down, and it all disappeared, didn't it? Didn't look like anything was there. Then I took an eyedropper with diluted matte medium and just dripped a very tiny amount just so the top was sort of milky white, right? That's the fixative, the matte medium. Then I set it aside, and when I went and grabbed it half an hour later, it's all dry, and there it is. It's all fixed. All the pigment magically reappeared, right? Now, I haven't done this one, but I'll show you the other one that I did. So I take this in my airbrush, XF86, okay, and I spray this down. This does not disappear because this is what it looks like when it's been flat coated. okay? And it does not disappear, okay? So voila, right? There you go. And now I can put these, where do these go? Yeah, okay, so this one goes up in there. These are the toolboxes that they stand on. Boy, they stuff these things full of gear. There's practically no room. Like, how did they even fit people? I guess they didn't really very well. And then this toolbox goes down in there like that, okay? So those are done. Now I got, 72 other details to do. Okay, so there you go. How to fix pigments with matte medium. And then clear coating with Tamiya. That's how I do it. All friendly, non-toxic mediums. Okay? Cheers. Happy modeling, and I hope you have a great day.